Hey there, I'm David Libman. Today I'm going to walk you through a marketing primer. Marketing primer is going to be in two different parts. This is part one. We call this Marketing Success Plan Turn $1,000 a month into $100,000 a year because that's really our goal. This isn't just to spend money. Anybody can give you a marketing strategy. We're talking about specific to marketing mortgage originations for specialty properties and really how we think $1,000 of spend a month can get you at least one additional deal each month that will turn into $100,000 a year with Starport's help. So we're going to walk through this entire process with you step by step. Let's review just briefly what is Starport. Starport's really a complete origination tool. We call it an origination engine for specialty mortgages. We're going to help you monetize more deals by giving you an expanded set of loan products that you can offer instantly, immediately to your clients. You don't need prior experience. You don't need existing lender relationships. We bring all that to the table for you. Number two, we're going to help you automate and simplify the workload by giving you a document verification and gathering tool. Number three, we're going to help you inspire more confidence in your clients, which will lead to even a larger number of referrals, which is really the best part of marketing, or the best return on investment is just having people refer you with word of mouth. So these are the three things that Starport is really focused on bringing to you, to adding value to your day-to-day operations so that you can earn more commissions and keep more of the money that you make while working smarter, not harder, so you can focus on what's really important in life, which is one, your family, your community, your friends, and in the business world, more focused on clients and client relationship than the monotonous deals and involvement with day-to-day originations. And it can make a big difference in your life because on the left-hand side, we're going to what a typical residential mortgage broker may be able to accomplish in the course of a year, or in the course of a month and then a year. It's a nice living. They're doing 3 deals a month. Each deal is roughly $350,000 in size. You're making a nice 2-point commission on that. It's a nice living. On the right-hand side is what happens when you add Starport into the mix, and you are now empowered to bring in more deal flow, a different type of deal flow. If you brought in even one additional deal a month, it would make a significant difference to your bottom line. And even after we added in this small $250 Starport fee, it's really minuscule when you're looking at the amount of commission you make on each deal. And we did that on purpose. We don't want Starport to get in the way of you making money and you being excited to bring all of your deal flow onto Starport and to use Starport consistently, because we think you're going to find not just one deal extra a month, but many more deals than that as you build this business over the next year and coming years. This is our goal, is to help you earn an additional $100,000 bare minimum, if not more, throughout the course of the year. And the best part about this is really not just the money, but that we're going to help do a lot of the work for you. So you're going to be able to continue to focus on your traditional day-to-day residential business while building a new business, commercial investment property loans. And Starport's going to do a lot of the work for you on these commercial investment property loans so that you don't have to spend a lot of time on them. Let's take a look at the real opportunity that's sitting in front of you right now. You get every month in your state, there are between 1,000 and 3,000 individual transactions occurring that are for investment properties. And by investment properties, I don't just mean the big ones in the big cities. I mean the deals that are $3 million in loan amount or less. So these are your fixed to flips. These are your single family rentals, your Airbnbs, your bridge loans, your construction. All of these fall into this realm. And there's a significant number of transactions occurring every month in your immediate area, everywhere around the country. It doesn't matter where you are. This number might vary between 1,000, 3,000. Maybe we were even wrong. Maybe in your particular it was only 500. But there's still a significant amount of transactions occurring, even in a down economy. We want to help you go find that deal flow. So who could you target to begin reaching out to? Number one is first and foremost the investors themselves. You need to find a new type of client. And therefore, they're going to be in more business environments than they would in more consumer or residential environments. And if you think of where the investors are, they're going to be on LinkedIn probably as much as they are on Facebook. They're going to be in business networking events. They're going to be involved with different associations. They're going to read different magazines than a traditional consumer would. We're going to work with you to understand how to go and find these investors. One of the ways we want to help you do that is by realizing that everybody else on this list is in the ecosystem of commercial real estate investments, whether you realized it up to now or not. Home realtors, well, they traditionally sell residential property, but every once in a while they're selling a single family home to an investor or to a fixed to flip investor. You need to let the all the realtors in your local area know that you now offer mortgage brokerage service for small investment type properties, because they probably don't work with anybody in this realm. Yes, they probably are likely to have existing residential mortgage brokerage relationships that they send deal flow to, but they probably don't have any commercial real estate brokers that they work with. So let them know that they're out there and that you offer this type of unique service. The commercial sales brokers, what we call an investment sales broker. These people work for companies like JLL, CBRE, Cushman and Wakefield, Avison and Young, and many others that are in your local area. Those are the big names. There are certainly many independents where they are involved in the buying and the selling, the transactions of investment properties. They typically don't work on smaller properties that are less than $2 or $3 million in value, but they still might know who the investors are, and every once in a while they're going to get a client that does work in that area. So they should have your card and your flyer at the top of their mind when that client comes to them. Property wholesalers. These are really the realtors that specialize just in fixed to flip properties or single family portfolios that they sell. You should get to know who these are in your local area. You'll be able to network to them once you start looking for them. Residential mortgage brokers and local loan officers. And you should let all the residential mortgage brokers know that you exist. You should walk into the banks and let all the residential mortgage loan officers sitting at the banks know that you exist. I promise you, they get deal flow. They get investors coming into them trying to finance an $800,000 fixed to flip property or rental property, and they can't finance it. So they typically don't do very much with that lead. They should know that they can immediately direct that person to you, keeping in mind that when you're dealing with investment properties, they're not regulated under the same compliance restrictions as a residential property is. So it's important to know that. Depends on your state. You should be aware of that. But in most states, i.e., I think 42 out of the 50 states, investment property loans are not regulated. General contractors, real estate attorneys, and property insurance brokers, they have clients that are the investors. So they know of the deals going on. They certainly have clients. They're going to use both a campaign of offline and online digital marketing to reach them. Let's look at what offline marketing would entail. First of all, it's just in-person meetings, walking right up to them, spending a little bit of the time in your day and or throughout your week, reaching out to people directly. Again, so many people are online nowadays. It's almost unusual for somebody to walk into an office and shake your hand, person to person, face to face. People like that. People miss it. Take the advantage. Don't be afraid to walk into somebody's office, whether announced or unannounced, and ask for an in-person meeting. Bring them a cup of coffee, bring them a donut, bring them something, and say hello. Marketing agencies will tell you that because so much is done online, the old way of doing things, just sending a flyer, sending a postcard, nobody does it anymore. So direct mail has become incredibly powerful. Don't be afraid to use it. In your own local area, you could literally just go hand flyers, get a mailing list, and send out postcards to 100, 200 people in your local area. It can have a dramatic impact because people don't get paper anymore. When they do, they look at it. Real estate investment clubs. So there are national umbrella organizations of real estate investment clubs. There's a couple different ones. I don't know the names of them offhand, but they have chapters in most every city around the country. There's usually a particular person who runs the local real estate investment club, REIC, that runs that real estate investment club in your local area. You could sign up just to join that club. Sometimes there's a cost, sometimes there's not a cost to join. They usually have monthly meetings. It depends how often they meet, and you might want to go there just to network. Don't necessarily tell them you have a service to sell. Just tell them you're getting into the real estate investment business and you'd like to come be involved in their club. As you get to see how that club operates and get familiar with it, you might also let them know that you happen to provide mortgage brokerage services. And then there might be an opportunity to actually give a presentation at that particular club. The reason you don't necessarily want to go in and let them know immediately that you are a mortgage broker and you're looking to be there and just to sell people and solicit people right then and there is they're probably not going to want that. And if they do, they're going to probably make you pay to make a presentation. Depends on club to club. My first suggestion is just to go there as an individual, just looking to gain knowledge and network within the real estate world. That's absolutely true. You are trying to gain knowledge. You are trying to network in the world. Don't go in with the hard sell. Just get familiar with who the people are and maybe even contact them outside of the club. There are numerous different business networking groups. I guarantee you that there are people in that business networking group that are involved with real estate. Smaller real estate, larger real estate, tangentially involved, it doesn't matter. You should be attending some of these business networking groups. That was offline marketing. Let's transition to talk a little bit about digital marketing. So I call this image the complete digital marketing donut. It's very common to look at digital marketing in this way and what are the key factors and components that make a complete digital marketing campaign. Very few people have the bandwidth, the money, the resources to implement a complete digital marketing strategy all at once. The goal would be to try to figure out which of these is going to be the most cost effective, if not free, and which can generate the highest ROI, the highest return on your marketing investment. And that investment isn't always dollars. It might be just time and effort. Certainly, should you have a website? Yes. If you have a business, you should have a website. You should be on social media, Facebook and LinkedIn and other social networking sites such as Bigger Pockets and Alignable that focus on more business type communities. Email marketing, you should be having some kind of a list that you're marketing continuously. You might have your own list. You might be generating a new list, but email marketing is probably one of those things that you should be doing. The technical term for a Google ad is search engine marketing. Online advertising, you could be advertising at Facebook or LinkedIn, keeping in mind that when you post at Facebook or LinkedIn or other social media, that doesn't cost anything. Advertising on those sites is different. And when you look at Facebook or LinkedIn tonight, or the next time you're on those sites, look at it more carefully and you realize some of the things you're looking at are a post, some of the things you're looking at are advertisements, and sometimes it's hard to even tell the difference. This is what a complete digital marketing strategy would look like. In part 2 of this marketing primer, we're going to take a deeper dive into digital marketing. We're going to create your own personalized digital marketing plan. We're going to help you show you how you can put that in autopilot, and we're going to show you how to accelerate your lead generation. Thank you very much for listening and watching this presentation. We'll speak to you soon.